Ozford attended the National Careers and Employment Expo. From the 25th to the 26th of March, there were more than 1,000 visitors each day to the Ozford stand, which was situated right near the entrance of the Expo.
We love Ozford!
Shashank, Susan, Vlad, Monica, Louise, Rachel and yours truly were on hand to assist with inquiries and questions.
We love Ozford!
Many of Ozford's famous green bags were handed out to students and visitors who enjoyed our printed material and Ozford pens. Later in the day, we had our very own Vlad Kowal give a seminar on life after VCE. Let's join him now.
Excellent, and welcome to Mount Erin and Callista College students. Good to see you here. Alright, you've come to hear about life after VCE. Sometimes it might seem like it's a long way away. Yes, welcome. Come in, have a seat. There are seats down the front too. So after you're already planning while you're in year 10 to go into year 11 and to go on to VCE, how many people are contemplating or considering VCE as their option? Hands up for VCE. Any VCAL potentials? Anyone doing VCAL? No VCAL, all VCE. So straight, when you finished your course at Callista and Mount Erin, and where else are we from? And from Montmorency. What you need to look at is, what has the world got for you?
That's all right.
Well, this is a fairly detailed set of notes, but what this is, a good way of telling what the future's got for you is actually thinking, what do some of the futurists say? What are the people who actually are paid to work out what is in the future? What are they saying the world's going to be like in a couple of years' time? Look what it says up here, that in 2012 there'll be some retailers with interactive whiteboard billboards that'll actually be looking at facial recognition technology, working out who you are as a customer. When they see you coming in, they're going to put up an ad that'll suit you. Hard to believe in 2 years' time, but there are quite a few people working on that right now. Where would you be placed in regard to that sort of technology? You'll be a customer, but you'd also be working as a potential employee working for that company, or maybe even a designer or someone like that is developing the resources for that. So technology really is an area that's just going to continue to grow. Another futurist says that Nike and Apple are going to combine as a company. You know them both. They're going to actually build into your clothing and into your shoes various ways of measuring your health. When you're exercising, when you're performing your daily tasks, and they'll be actually giving you information. There's something else about the future. Your clothes are going to be looking after you. Can you believe that's going to happen? That's not a futurist prediction. Well, one thing that is an option for you after year 12 is to do a uni course or to do VET. You know what VET is? Vocational Education and Training. So the heading here, Vocational Education and Training, is actually an area that you look at that develops skills in a particular area of employment. You might be wanting to go straight to work working as a hairdresser, or you might want to work as an accountant, or you might want to work as a person that's involved in business management, running a small business, getting involved in business like that. That could be a possibility for you. So when you're thinking about what to do in the next couple of years, think about what sort of work you'd like to do. Well, your careers teachers are telling you this all the time. Think about your future. And your situation is that you don't really need to decide yet because you're still in year 10 or year 11. You've got a lot to do ahead of you. But it is time to start thinking what you like to do. In a VET course, you actually work in a simulated work environment. You might become a person who does IT, who studies multimedia and develops various multimedia movies and cartoons and so on. That might be an area of employment for you. You can do a course in VET that'll actually take you there. So what I've got up on the screen as well is saying these are the things that you can study in VET. Financial management, business management, hospitality. How many people have worked in a restaurant or a cafe or a hotel? Do you think maybe you'd like to work in one of those? Well, quite often you'll find that they want a qualification in that. And the Certificate 3 in hospitality is probably a minimum qualification to work in the restaurant. Yes, all of you are going to be famous, by the way, with this video that's going on right now. It's going up on YouTube, so you can look up. You can just look up Ozford on YouTube, Ozford Films, and this video will be up on YouTube early next week. So if you want to show your friends, that's where you are. So if you want to do automotive, some of you might be interested in working on cars. There's automotive future is very strong. It is still very, very hard to find people to work there. So if you want to work in automotive, you get a job straight away when you get a Certificate 3, because they are really short-staffed in car repair, car servicing, car detailing, and a lot of other areas of car sales. Okay, the second part of the notes refer to apply knowledge learned from your course for the real world. You don't just read textbooks, you actually apply them, and that's what you do through VET. Okay, you can also use vocational education training to go into further studies. You can do VET first and then move from VET to university. A qualification in 1 year of VET of, say, Certificate 4 will give you some prerequisites for university entry, so you can go down that pathway as well, if you like. Okay, so what we have at Ozford College is Certificate 3 in business, and that'll take you 12 months, or 6 months in most cases in business, 12 months for hospitality. You'll see those coming up as well. Here's the areas you can work in business. I had the question asked to me earlier, what sort of work can you get in your business qualification? They're the ones listed here: administration assistant, clerical worker, data entry operator, information clerk, office junior, receptionist on the front desk, or an accounts clerk, customer service advisor, and so on. Okay, you could be a receptionist in quite a few different occupations, or you could work in office administration. Okay, if you want to move higher, you can move to the diploma of business. Okay, the diploma of business actually also takes you 6 months. So in 1 year you can get a Cert 3, you can then do a Cert 4 for 6 months and diploma for 6, and be qualified actually with a qualification to go and work somewhere. If you're a diploma, you can be an executive officer or a program consultant, program coordinator. If you want to do another year's study, this taking you 2 years now after BCE, you can do the Advanced Diploma of Management. Okay, and that can be to manage wherever you're working. You can manage a hotel, you can manage a restaurant, you manage an office area. Okay, and there's some of the areas there that you can actually look after. Right, we have a number of intakes at Ozford College. Basically, you can get in there any time of year. At the end of every term, there are 4 intakes per year. So we've got a February intake, a May, July, October, and we also actually take another intake in about October, November for the term 5 intake as well. So we actually run 5 terms a year. So some of the courses I mentioned to you just now were automotive, accounting, okay, hairdressing, hospitality. Some of those might appeal to you. IT, multimedia, and otherwise you can do short courses such as responsible service of alcohol. Those of you who want to work in a bar can do an RSA, responsible service of alcohol, resume writing, or responsible gaming. Those short courses normally run over 3 hours, 1 day. You can do a first aid course in 1 day. All those courses are available too at fairly low cost, about $60 for an RSA course. If you look around, that's actually probably a bit cheaper than elsewhere. Okay, and the other thing I'd just like to show you is, again, life after year 12. Just a bit about Ozford College. If you log on to ozford.edu.au, which is in the pamphlet you have there, you'll see that is our front page. You get lots of, you can navigate anywhere on this front page under services. These things, this is just a screenshot, so it won't work for me. But if you click on any of these icons, they'll give you further information about Ozford College, and you'll find that shows you the range of courses which we offer there. And this is the key thing too. If you're a student who's upgrading a qualification, in other words, you're going higher than you are now, there's no tuition fee. Sorry? there's no tuition fee. So what's happening here is that the government funding will cover you for those costs in most cases. If you do pay a tuition fee, it'll be about $200 for the year for your course, and the rest is government funded. The only other cost you'll have is maybe your toolkit if you're doing a practical course, or a textbook cost of about $200 or $300 for textbooks. And that's all you need for the year. Okay, so what I've just said up on the screen, there's an enrolment fee possibly, or zero, depending on what your background is. If you're upgrading, it's zero. Textbooks, the toolkits are about $600 for automotive and hairdressing. Hospitality, if you want to do cookery, it's about $350. Okay, you can apply through BTAC, and your careers teachers will be telling you about BTAC. We're on BTAC there. Or you can click on the website and apply there. Or you can just come and visit us. We'll take you around, show you around. You can actually get us as a friend on Facebook or Twitter, or send us an email. And you can see us and yourselves on YouTube, which will be up very soon. There's a few Ozford films, and Shannon, who's here filming us today, is a filmmaker, and he's got quite a few movies. You'll see there are short movies out there too, with Shannon's name as the producer, director, and so on. He's certainly worth having a look if you want to Google him. We're located in the city, 123 Lonsdale Street. If you want to do a hairdressing course, we're in Swanston Street. If you want to do automotive course, we're in Normanby Road in South Melbourne. Okay, but we're all fairly close to each other. City-based school has advantages. We're not a very big college, so therefore we're small enough to give you individual attention. And sometimes you can get lost in the bigger school, but in a school, the college the size of Ozford, you get pretty good welfare and pretty good individualised attention. Which also means that if you want to change courses, it's pretty easy to find someone to talk about a change as well. We also have students all over the world. By far the majority of our students are from India, China, but we've got students from Greece and Romania. We've got English students, we've got German students, we've got Croatian students. They're from all over the place. So if you want a bit of a taste of some international education, you'll get that through the college as well. There are lots of people you can make friends with there, and I'm sure that when you've got plans to travel, they'd be great contacts for you for when you travel. And of course they're new to Australia, so you can show them a lot about your part of the world. Your part of the world, Melbourne and Australia. Okay, we have a student charter which you can look up on the website. We're not going to bore you with what we actually offer you in the charter book. We actually spell out what your rights are, what our responsibilities are to you, what we can provide for you. Just look it up if you want to know more about the college. And essentially, we promise to deliver what you want and what you need. The website, as I said before, is ozford.edu.au. If you'd like to get a pack of material sent out to you, if you haven't been past our stand, we're at A4, which is on the far side near the front door, on that side, A4. Just register your name and we'll send you out some materials if you want to know more about the course. Or if you want to contact us online, we can certainly send you a lot of electronic information as well. Thanks for listening, folks. Any questions from you? I'm more than happy to answer them now or straight after this presentation.